My name is Mu-Yin Chen, and I go by my nickname Molly, and I'm a mental health speaker.
So, welcome to Vancouver.
First time here, yes.
Yeah,
Exciting.
What is it about mental health, or the theme of mental health? What does it bring up for you?
I was chronically depressed about half of my life, so it's part of me. It's the mental illness and mental health. This is just a very central theme of my life, even though most of my friends don't realize this.
So, I resonate with that. It's my version of your story is you put out that mask,
Yes,
and everyone.
Yes.
Winston's fantastic, and inside I'm just
Yeah.
dying.
I think that's I don't know if it's like everybody, but I would say I'm guessing a lot of people are more than we realize.
Yeah.
So some people they mask. I would say a lot of people probably mask unconsciously. They are not self-aware enough to know they are actually masking. Like they are not even really looking inward enough to know that they are masking. But I would say I have been pretty aware of it since I was pretty young, but it was a survival mechanism. It was just, part because I grew up in Asia, and that's pretty much like everybody does it. It's pretty much a requirement.
Right.
And I didn't do it very well, and that was part of the cause of my depression, because I couldn't figure out how to mask, and I didn't understand the social norm. In my culture, I grew up in Taiwan, so because I couldn't mask, I couldn't survive in that environment, no matter how loving and caring my family and friends are. Ultimately, I had to leave my country to the West. First, I went to England, and then came to the U.S., and that really fixed at least half of my problem, because I was able to express myself better, like in a way that's more suitable for my personality.
So describe what a masking is, the concept of masking for you, for a listener that may not be familiar with it.
So I'll give you a very simple example. I have always been, I know a part of me that's very, very central to my core personality is very childlike, very innocent, and that part never grew up. But from a very young age, I was told like you need to like look and sound more like a responsible adult. Even when I was just a teenager, we were told that we need to grow up and just be more adult-like. So it was from my voice, or from the way that I behave when I'm communicating with other people, with this reality. Like there's like this switch inside me. It's code switching for me. It's like I have to remember when I go outside of my house, get out of my comfort zone, my safe zone. When I get outside that area, then I need to put on this adult suit. That's what I call it, adult suit. So that is one of my masks. And of course, another mask is I'm a small business owner, so I also have another mask that is a businesswoman mask, and then that mask is pretty. That is a later required that I voluntarily developed that mask just so I can communicate with the business world, with my customers better, and so that one I don't mind, but. This adult mask is, I am still learning to fully embrace it, because a lot of the time, I won't say a lot of times, sometimes my childlike quality would accidentally show up when she shouldn't. So like I'm not like doing the masking thing very well yet. Like I'm doing better than before, but not 100% yet. So
A couple of things that you said that make me chuckle is it's like act like why can't you act more like an adult? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, if I knew how to, I'm not an adult. Tom,
Right. Sometimes I feel like that, and then it's really hard because I really don't. Sometimes I don't understand what the definition of being adult, because sometimes when you see the world through the lens of a child, you would think like adults are just crazy, stupid, foolish, right? And then you'll be like, why do I want to act that way?
Yeah.
Sometimes they are not even logical.
Yeah.
They're just fake. But why do I have to act that way?
It's funny you bring it up because I'm the other way around. I go
Yeah.
like, screw the adult mask. I truly embrace childlike wonder.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will, if I see I'm reminded there was a kid party.
Yeah.
So they had the adult food,
Yeah.
they had the kid food. And I looked over, the kids had hot dogs and
That's
hot
not
dogs
fair.
and
Junk
like,
food.
great pop and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
I ran over there and I ate with the kids. And
Yeah,
they're just
of course.
having a great time.
Yeah.
And then you go, why don't you eat with us? I'm like, they're having more fun.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Right.
So it like I understand, like children have a limit and we kind of give them a leeway due to their
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel once I embrace and just really embrace that childlike
Yeah.
wonder, it's kept living this experience a lot more fun.
Yeah. Like I said, like I'm still like learning. I'm trying to integrate, or I can't really say integrate. I'm trying to, and it's not called compartmentalize either. It's like I'm trying to give my adult mask a more positive meaning, because so I would say like this. My perspective is probably very different from a lot of people who feel kind of victimized by their adult mask. But for me, I feel because everybody's different, we really need to have something that we can agree on. And the adult mask that I developed over the past few decades, it definitely has helped me survive. And it also has helped me protect my childlike nature. Because so now, like, I am being my own parent and being my own child. So now I try to embody all these different parts of me. So I let my adult mask be this protector of my child, so that my child will not get hurt when she goes out. So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Last question. You mentioned that mental health, you were depressed.
Yes.
So for someone that's depressed, feeling lost, but scared to reach out for help, to ask for help when it comes to mental health because of stigma or
Yeah.
judgment, what would you have to share with them?
Oh. So this question is kind of interesting because me personally, I was never shy about asking for help. And actually, I think that's why I survived. This is so important because I had so much social support. And a very, very important reason I'm still here today is because every time I felt like I just couldn't do this anymore, I always asked for help. Always. I was like a drowning person. I just reached out for any kind of help I can get, like no matter the quality. So sometimes I didn't get really good help, but anyone who was around me, I probably asked for their help. And growing up, I had many great teachers and great friends. They knew, like especially during the period when I was the most depressed, I had so many people who, they knew I was depressed, and then they wanted to help. Most of them didn't know how to help. They just didn't know how to support someone who was depressed. But what they didn't know was their presence alone helped. Because when I was really depressed, I always felt I was not understood. And I wanted to have connection with people who were not depressed. But they may or may not understand me. Most of them didn't. But I still wanted to be with them. So they probably felt uncomfortable with me because I was always a party pooper, right? This depressed girl, like no matter what you do, no matter what you say, she cannot get happier. But they never turned me away. They were always there for me, and because of that, I had friends, I had teachers, my parents, I had people who I could count on, and I trusted their love for me. And when I was at my lowest point, when I was the most suicidal, which was a really, really long time, it was like several years, I always thought about them. What would they feel if I was not here today? And just that time, just being with friends, being with people, whether they understood me or not, whether they could offer tangible support or not, their presence alone really helped. So I really encourage people who if you're depressed and you are just too shy to ask for help, at least just go be around people. Because especially when you're depressed, like you have this automatic negative thought loop. And if you are just isolated by yourself, then you cannot get out of it. You have to be around people, whether you realize it or not. Because when you're depressed, you kind of don't want to be around people. And some people, they don't realize it's bad if you just, isolate yourself. That's just not bad. That's not good for your mental health. So, yeah, get help, get friends, just be close to people, and that definitely helps. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you.